So thanks for watching our course. When we said at the beginning that we were going to deliver you actionable and motivating steps that you can do from at home to help you do this fun sport all day, every day, we meant it, and we hope that you feel that way. The small things that we did at home make a giant difference. The biggest takeaway from all of this is simplicity on the pickleball court is how we play better. I'm not taking big swings because if I start to, she's going to smack it back at me and I'm not going to be ready. I also know that I don't need to because the simpler that I move, the better my joints are going to feel, the better my back's going to feel. The lighter I grip the paddle, the better my elbow's going to feel. So when I'm here at the kitchen line, unlike that last ball, I want to try to take as many balls out in front as I can. And to protect my low back, I want to make sure that I'm hinging from my hips properly. So my butt's going back and my chest is up. This is how I'm taking balls out of the air. If I duck instead, not only can I not see it, but I might flip the ball up and she might smack me with it, which I would be very well deserving to do. So instead, I'm keeping my hips back and my chest is up. And then as I come up from it, I'm actually driving that motion with my hamstrings. That's why we did the strength exercises for the hamstrings on that yoga ball. And that's why you inhibited and relaxed your glutes and your hip flexors, because when these are tight, because we sit all day, it doesn't allow our back to freely move. And what happens, and now you're going to warm up when you play, is a lot of times if we just go from sitting at home or sitting at work or sitting in our car and getting out here and coming out here and hitting 3 dinks and then going, let's rock and roll, we're ready, woohoo! We're not ready. So we know now that we need to warm up because we love this game and we're going to play it a lot longer as long as we're careful with how we do it. In terms of our elbow, we're going to keep our paddle nice and relaxed at 3 out of 10, 3 to 4 out of 10 here in terms of grip pressure, because that's going to help us when she starts to drive them at me. I can reset it a little better because my grip is light. That same thing, if I gripped it too tight, would go higher. Not only would I lose the point, but I'm putting excess load on my elbow. So elbow-wise, I'm gripping the paddle lightly, and I'm not trying to generate ridiculous amount of topspin with my elbow. I'm using my shoulder instead, and just getting a light low to high motion driven from my shoulder, forehand and backhand-wise, instead of my wrist. My shoulder is going to be healthier now as a result because we've worked on bettering the relationship between our shoulder and our neck. That's why we focus so much on relaxing our chest muscles, relaxing our back muscles, and then strengthening these small rotator cuff muscles here so that when we say to drive our dinks with our shoulder, lifting with our shoulder, we can do so. When we take higher volleys and we do that with our shoulder, we can do so. And then when it comes to our knees, we know now that the lighter we are on our feet, the better we're going to be able to play. So I'm light on my feet. I'm pushing through the front 2/3 of my feet, if you will. And I'm trying to be as kind of float like a butterfly as I can. So even if I'm back here on the court, I'm a lot calm and I'm focusing more so on keeping my chest up, my feet nice and light. You shouldn't be able to hear me stomping around, and that's going to help me have more effective resets. It's also going to help me not bounce around on my knees so much so that I can be more fluid on the court. We can play this game a lot longer, and hopefully I can beat her with this next one.